Okay, let's take a look at creating our first web page, kind of like a hello world type web page. It'll show us some basics of Notepad++ and how to get started with HTML. I'm going to do a File New, Control N if you want a shortcut. Do a File Save As, Control Alt S if you want that shortcut. I don't really remember those myself. You want to change to whatever folder you want to save it in. I'm going to go to my Documents. And I'm going to create a new folder here. So I'm going to click this new folder option, and I'll type HTML5. And I'll double click that HTML5 folder to go to it. Down here I got the file name. I'm going to change new to hello world. Excuse me. And change save as type to hypertext markup language. Now, when I change this, you see there's a lot of different extensions. So I'll put a .html on here. And then click Save. Now, alternatively, if I did a File New, I got this file here, and I did a File Save As, and I said test2.html, and then click Save. Now, if I did a File Save As, you'll notice up here, and I could have went to my File Explorer to show this, but I got the first one I created, and I got the second one, and both of them are HTML. So if you put the .html on the end of it, you do not need to choose this type. So it assumes that. Okay, I'm going to cancel that. Now I want to show having multiple tabs here. If you have however many HTML pages open, you just click the tab to go back and forth between them. Now this will be pretty small, hard to see. You can choose View, Zoom, Zoom in, Zoom out. You can also hold down your Control key and do your mouse wheel. And that's usually the preferred way. If I hold down my Control key and I do my mouse wheel, see I can make it bigger. Now our basic HTML page, I'll do a less than, start typing HTML. Now you notice when I start typing it, it brings up a drop down of possible choices. And I haven't typed the L yet. If I do a tab, it does a completion for me. And then closing greater than. I'm going to put a beginning tag marker, the less than, body, and then do a tab to complete that. Or you can type it out. That's up to you. My web page, hello world. Just type something. And then I'll do a closing tag. So I do a less than slash body. And then I'll do a less than slash HTML. Now there's a icon up here. Looks like a diskette. If I click the save, if you remember diskettes, or you can do a file save to save it. Now if I go over to my File Explorer, and I'll go to my Documents, go to HTML5 folder, and you see Hello World here. I'm going to right click on it, and I want to choose Open with Google Chrome. And there's our web page. And that's how you use Notepad++ to create a web page. Now, some items to notice on this is notice the coloring. The coloring helps you to separate what you've typed in versus the tags. There's also, next to the tags here, a little subtraction symbol, a little dash. If you click that, that expands or collapses that particular tag. That'll become important later on. If you do not save it with a .html extension, then you will not be able to bring it up correctly in your browser. That .html is what tells Windows that it's a web page. And that's how to create a basic Hello World web page in using Notepad++.